I'm Mike, getting rid of my 740 that I've owned for the last 8 years, and I'm just going to do a quick walk around. It's served me well over the last 8 years, and used it as a family car, and just the last 4 or 5 years it's just been my personal car. I've only commuted maybe 3 miles one way to work each day. It's been a great car, surprisingly reliable. So let's take a look. So on the front, there is some paintwork needed. There's a little bit of rust starting. It's all surface, but I was contemplating getting it done, but I just never did. So the front end had body work done at one point. The paint's fading a little bit on the hood, as in the listing. Otherwise, the front end paint is pretty decent. There's a little chip right there. Didn't go down through to the metal yet. The wheels are all fairly curb rash free, except for the one rear, and I believe it's the same one that has the crack in it. I did the brakes not too long ago. There's about 6 millimeters of pad left in the front, maybe 7. There's a little bit of curb there. As far as I know, the doors, fenders, and roof are untouched paint-wise. Here's the defect highlighted in the pictures. There's a little bit of touch-up work there. It's a small ding there, not very deep. There's one here. Nothing's been worked in there. As far as I know, the only real paint work might have been a blend job in this area. And this is probably the worst thing about the car. But it's still very surface. It's not coming from the inside. It started with a stone chip and started to progress from there. So that's probably the worst wheel, and that, I believe, is the one that also has the crack. We got some surface rust down here. Very light, but it's still there. Taillights are in good shape. No defects in the paint over here other than some chips that have been touched up. Small chip there in the door. And these trim pieces, the rubber is in poor shape, but they're still holding on. So they're at least not floppy like a lot of these are. This wheel has 2 small spots of curb rash there. No rust in the wheel wells on either side. So that's the outside. I'm gonna pop the hood and do an engine start. So you can see from all the pictures in the description all the work that I did to the engine and drivetrain. I bought the car with no reverse gear, so I rebuilt the transmission. At one point the timing chain guides failed. I did those. I didn't touch anything with the Vanos because I haven't had any issues with it. I tried to paint the valve covers, and these valve covers and all, the coating that they're made out of doesn't render well to painting, so they do still seep a little bit, but nothing crazy. New DSC module, no issues there, which is nice. It's a common failure point. New fan shroud, was up not too long ago. Almost every hose, coolant hose is replaced. The water-cooled alternator is new, as of years ago, but it's still at least been replaced. That's it under here. Grills are a little bit loose from this damage here, but they don't fall out. So I did actually replace the headliner at one point, but I wish I wouldn't have because it was a little bit more than I bargained for. It's not terrible, but it's not. It was more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But it at least isn't sagging down and falling like it was before. All the door panels are in really good condition. There's just some color that's gone from here, not deep scratches or anything. That's about it. You know, the little doors work good. This little defect there. All the door sill trims are all in great condition. Door controls, all the seat positions work. Sometimes these had issues with cables, but not on this one. Door pockets are all nice and tight, not floppy. The sunroof works? Yeah, the sunroof does work. I hardly ever use it. Still has the original spare with the original spare tire on it. In perfect condition. CD changer works, navigation works, but it's terrible, so I don't know why you would use it. Battery's in good condition. Toolkit, everything's there. Funny story is I actually used this toolkit. I needed to buy one tool to replace the alternator because it failed while we were at the beach in Outer Banks. But it got done. Soft close on the trunk still works. All these lights work. All the door handle illumination works. This is peeling a little bit here on the ashtray. These pillar trims, the anchor points broke. They stay fairly in place well. This is probably the best door panel here. I think it's about perfect. you should notice that the glove box latch is broken, but you can still open it. So it's never really a huge deal for me. That's about it. Thank you.